What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. Let me get the graphic up real quick. You guys know what we're up to. It's time for an underdog draft, Best Ball Mania 3. I think that we're going to just make this a reoccurring thing where we hop on every Saturday, do a live stream, kind of hang out for a little bit and do a nice little underdog best ball draft. How are we doing? Let me know how the audio is, how the sound is the stream laggy, am I all good? How are we doing, everybody? We already got 14 people in here. Holy. So this draft is going to win Ron $2 million, book it. I'm telling you, dude, I've been telling Andrew, who's in this chat, I'm going to get one of these big ones, man. I already got one of the small ones. I'm creeping my way up. I'm going to get one of these big ones very soon. And then I'm going to blow up and act like I don't know nobody, as my boy Riff Raff would say. How do you like your Dynasty Best Ball League? I'm making one right now. I don't mind it. I actually kind of prefer it. I've won as minimal in-season management besides trading as possible in Dynasty Leagues, just because I'm in so many redraft ones. But again, how are we doing? Let me know how is the stream looking? How are we doing? I think I'm going to probably drop a chat. I'll probably drop I might ping the Discord, but you guys are kind of flocking in here so fast, I might not have to. How are we doing? Andrew saying like the new thumbnail in the background. Yes, sir. Good luck, Ronathan. Appreciate that, Mark. How are we doing, Derek? What's going on, Mike 2 Kit? Dude, I was actually going to say, man, it is 95 in Jersey. It's 95 in Jersey. And for the people that are OGs that have been here since last season, you guys remember there was a spot in time of like early summer where I didn't have air conditioner down here, dude, and I would literally sweat my balls off every video. We're in that territory. It's like 95 today. We're getting the AC installed like tomorrow or, one of those next couple days. So it's already getting hot. I got two like huge white lights beaming down on me right now. So it's a little bit of a disadvantage. But today, we're going to hop into a Best Ball Mania 3 draft. As always, best place to draft on Underdog down below. As you guys can see, it's going to be in the description. It'll be down below in the comments. Use my promo code RON when you deposit up to $100. They will match your deposit up to $100. So if you deposit 10, they'll deposit an extra 10. You deposit 25, they'll add 25 more into your account. So a lot of cool stuff with that promo. Now, we're in the elements. We're in the heat. We're going to hop into one of these things. And what I always try and do when we do this is this is a draft that I had last night with actually Derek, yeah. But here we go. Put myself kind of in the top right corner here. But yeah, what I always like to do is before I hop into one of these Best Ball Mania 3 drafts, again, I'm going to be filling these all the way. I think I already have like 18 or 19 18 or 19 entries so far. I plan on maxing these all the way up to 150, but just to go over it, $25 to enter, $10 million in prizes. First place gets $2 million. Just absolutely insane stuff. I'm telling you guys, didn't mean to do that. I'm telling you guys, it's going to get scary when I'm the one taking home, $2,200,000. I'd be over the moon for just give me 10th place, man. Give me 10th place and I'm moving to Los Angeles, bro. I'm kidding, but at 21 years old, $20,000 feels like $1 million. All right, so I'm going to count it down. And the idea out there is that anybody out there that's new, used my promo code, and now we're going to hop into this draft. I'm going to count it down. As many of you guys want to come in, can come in as possible. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Actually, I have to go enter. 3, 2, 1, boom. But I'm going to take this banner down for a little bit just so we're not in the way of everything. Actually, I'll take it down once we start. But how are we doing? I'll answer questions in a little bit. Maybe we'll open up some Q&A. Maybe I'll just kind of go off on tangents on players at picks. I don't know yet. Yeah, I saw you, Derek, in that draft last night. You said started a draft with Derek last night and passed out round 1. Woke up round 18. Dude, it's a little bit of a gamble when you hop into these drafts super late. Like sometimes I'll hop into one at like 1 a.m., dude, and it can get scary. It can get scary, but it's a good time. You see, can I put? I want to make this like bigger this way. There. Let's go like this. My bad, fellas. This is very unprofessional of me. I think this kind of looks better. What do we think about that? No, I mean the chat kind of looks massive now. I don't know if that's the wave. I don't know. I think that kind of works. I don't really want it to be in the way of my team though. This might be a little bit too. I don't know. I don't mind that either. All right, we'll run with that for now. And we'll kind of see what happens here. We're waiting for 5 people. We need 5 more to join up. You said 90 degrees here in Ohio. Yeah, dude, it's hot. It's hot everywhere. Yeah, you said, dude, I was sweating. It was crazy, man. I would work up a full sweat in these videos. You said bullshit. You were getting the AC installed last summer. I got it installed eventually. Pickett 105 in a rookie draft. Nah. Hill in 2024 pick. I'm assuming a first. I would say no. Ron, can you give me a small loan of $1 million when you get first? I sadly cannot, brother. I sadly cannot. I can maybe Venmo you like $3. What do we got here, Joe? I see you're talking about me on Twitter. I gotta be honest, dude. I used to be a menace on Twitter. I really don't engage with people anymore. Like I used to have. I don't know if I would say like I don't know if I would say I had more hate in my heart, but I was just like a meaner person, I think. Like, dude, if you go back, if you find my old Reddit, man, I used to get into it with people. Like back when we didn't even have like 100 subscribers, I used to like really just have like almost like, and here I'm 21, so I'm not like an old guy, but I used to be a lot more combative when. Now I kind of realize like everyone's gonna draft their own teams. I can only give you so much information. Like we're just not gonna see eye to eye on something. Not a good sample size if you remember, but enjoying your content so much since. Wow. I actually do remember that. I imagine that was on the a face planners type discussion with Bean Counter. I do remember that for sure. It was a discussion with Bean Counter about face planners, and you kind of were like, well, 100 wide receivers, that's probably not enough. And then I think that he maybe sent like a picture of like 100 being a fine sample size, or somebody did that. But yeah, I don't mind a good dunk on Twitter, but I was probably also being an asshole. Waiting for 4 more people. I'm gonna put this on Discord probably. Should I put it on Discord? Should I put it on Twitter? Should I put it on Twitter or Discord? Waiting for 4 people. Oh, we'll put it on Discord. Why not? Just give me a second. I'm gonna show the people in Discord that we need 3 more. Cause I'd love to, dude. I've been itching to get into one of these all day, and it is kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't want to like blow my 150 entries early. You know what I mean? I know some people are like, I think that you could probably get up to like 75 this early on and be fine. Because there is like, you are in an advantage drafting like this early because you can get some crazy teams or crazy looking teams in August, but you also don't want to burn through 150 and have no bullets left in the chamber in August, if that makes sense. My bad. I'm doing a bad job of catching up with the chat right now. I'm kind of just in a rambling kind of mood right now. Dude, we got 40 people in here. 40 people on a redraft on a draft in May. You guys are insane, man. What else? Drafting underdog need more 4. Here's the link. At underdogs. At underdogs, we'll add alerts. That'll be fine. We only need 2 more now, but that's fine. Let me get down here. So how do I get in? You got to go to. Actually, probably should have like been talking about that while we're waiting for 2 people. But you go to drafts here. It's on underdog. Which I'll actually let me drop that link real quick in the chat. Hold on. I'll pull up my screen in a second, but I should have already done that. But first, you're gonna go to. First, you're gonna go to like the draft lobby. Let me show this first. I'm all over the place. It's fine. You're going to go to the draft lobby, click on Best Ball Mania 3, boom, enter, and go. But in the meantime, I'm going to drop the Underdog link in the chat and pin it, just for anybody out there that wants to use the boys promo code. Damn, you guys are too nice, man. Rajveer hitting me with the keep up the good work, Ron. You make amazing content. I appreciate that, man. I on it, dude. You guys, me, like we've been on a tear recently, bro. Like I haven't seen this kind of growth, this kind of like view count from you guys since like since the summer. Since like pretty much like the week before the NFL draft through today. The statistics has been wild, man. The statistics have been absolutely wild. All right, so we'll go back to here. Not what I wanted. And then we got to be pretty close right now. Completed. No, we don't want completed. What am I doing, man? Active. There we go. We need 3 more. Somebody left. Got Mackin saying everyone should like the stream to help Ron's algo. 100%, man. A like goes crazy. I mean, you guys have already kind of going crazy with 42 people in here, but yeah, only 14 likes. We can get that number up. 2 more people. Said I had to delete my Twitter because I was getting into it too many people. I already feel better now that I've done so. Yeah, I've just gotten to the point, man. I mute a bunch of people. I just like you'll see me. It does kind of, it bothers me a little bit because like it's like, man, am I like, I don't know, because I used to be that guy that would comment under creators and other creators and stuff, and I would want a reply, but it's like I just don't have the time to go back and forth all day with these guys, man. Like I had somebody under one of my comments that I had to like block that was like hitting me. Like I talked about, like, you guys know that I really want to have like a lot of running backs rostered in Dynasty. And this guy was like, I guarantee you don't have 12 running backs on one of your Dynasty rosters like you say you do. And it's like, dude, I'm not going to go through and pull up a screenshot to show you that I am like implementing my own strategies. Like I literally, like you guys have seen the videos on YouTube. I've shown you guys all of my teams. Like it's all out there. I'm not going to like take the time out of my day to like show this guy my team to prove that I'm like implementing the stuff that I'm talking about. Like if you don't believe me and you don't think that I'm implementing what I talk about, then like whatever. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I already read that. Appreciate that though. You said best player to take at the 201. I have Cup. Man, let me put this on Twitter real quick. Let me, I got to pin that comment I put a while back in here. What do we got here? You said, Brock said it's especially not worth arguing about people with fantasy football unless you're in leagues with massive buy-ins, then it's not that serious. Yeah, I agree. Even if you're in leagues with massive buy-ins, man, you're already putting your money where your mouth is. If I have $250, it's why, like if I have $250 on a team, I'm already putting my money where my mouth is, man. How many Dino teams you rocking right now, dude? It's actually like a problem. I keep like thinking to myself, it's like I join like 3, 4, 5-ish startups every single year in the off season. Now the boy is at 10. I joined. I'm in group 5 of the Ship Chasers one. You actually pinged me on that, Andrew. But we have Gretchen there, we have Chess Liam in there, and then a bunch of Ship Chasers or whatever VIPs. It's maybe the weirdest draft board I've ever seen in my life. For Dynasty, like I'm trying to think of something like crazy that happened, but AJ Brown went 10th overall, which is just insane. He usually goes like 2-3 turn. You said it's a hobby. Imagine getting into arguments with people about like golf, like people do with fantasy. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I really don't know what the psychology of it really is. All right, so let me take banner down. I hope anybody that's out there that wants to hop into these, use my promo code and Ron. As always, get a up to $100 deposit match on Underdog. I'm actually really happy we got a top 6 pick. I've been hating my spots recently. I keep getting thrown into like this like 9, 10, 11, 12 area, and it's so bad. I truly do think that the best place to draft is in the top 6 when you want to get JT, Kupp, McCaffrey, Jefferson, Chase, or Eckler. One of those 6 I'm completely fine starting my draft with. But after that, it gets extremely tough. Wow, at the 4 spot, you're going to give me McCaffrey or Jamar Chase. Dude, I'm going to have a stupid amount of McCaffrey. I want to go Chase here. I really do. I don't have any Chase exposure yet. But McCaffrey's just one of the players I can't take one of these. Like, for me, with this top 6, it goes like JT, McCaffrey, and then Kupp, Jefferson, Chase, and then Eckler. That's my top 6. If you're going to let me get McCaffrey at the 4, then fine. What's his ADP these days? 3.2? Is Kupp like the consensus 2? Just about. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know, man. I wish that I don't wish that I took Jamar Chase there. I wish somebody took McCaffrey there so I could have taken one of the fun wide receivers. But if you let me take McCaffrey at 4, I'm doing it. I'm sorry. What else we got in here? Danny's in here. Dude, we just hit 50 people in here. 50 people on a live stream, a best ball live stream in May. Good Lord. So making me jealous, yeah, dude. It is actually so beat Ontario. I was telling Danny that he should be rioting in the streets. Him and Bush should do a little vlog in, I don't know, wherever. I don't know, what does Canada have? Parliament, something like that. March up to Parliament and tell them it's time. You said our draft board is wild too. I got Dalvin and Gibson both in the 6th round because the ship chasers love wide receivers so goddamn much. Yeah, and not only do they love wide receivers so much, I saw somebody take Jameson Williams before Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson. Like, I think a lot of them too, because like Gretsch is in there. They're almost like similar to kind of like Sean Siegel, where like Siegel doesn't care at all about ADP and his. I love his stuff, but you also do have to kind of like, I'm also an ADP slave by heart. Hold on. I know a lot of you guys like to see draft board, so we'll switch to draft board. I actually made a second screen here to show draft board. Boom. Once it loads though, should be good though. There we go. I know a lot of you guys like prefer this view, so let me know. Let me know if this view is better. You said every draft should be 3rd round reversal. Change my mind. I agree with you. I know Bush doesn't feel the same way on Stock Exchange boys, which is fine, but I prefer it. I think that just like the elite QBs up top are just, it's too much of an advantage. All right, I like what we're rocking with here, and then I can switch it back. Boom, boom, and we're already back, like we never left. All right, so let me see what we got on the board here before I keep talking about stuff without knowing what's even on the board. All right, I got some things that I like here. You said we got space. Okay. Brock is saying he's got space in a Dynasty Best Ball League for anybody out there that's interested. I think this is fine. You said I have so much CMC. This is why I went JJ. Yeah, eventually I'm going to have to stop taking McCaffrey and just take whoever. Man. All right, so I'm here. Took McCaffrey first. 209, I was really hoping for Swift, if I'm being honest. I don't like Kamara at all. I'm not taking Fournette in the 2nd round. I will be taking A.J. Brown here. I still love A.J. Brown. I also, you guys have heard me, and I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It's going to get annoying how much don't indicate to me that it's going to be a run-heavy team. And I'm also, as much as I love Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert, I refuse to let them like scare me off of A.J. Brown. It's just not how I'm wired. A.J. Brown's too good. He's demanded too good of a target share his entire career. I mean, not the same level of pass catchers, but, you know, next to Julio Jones, next to Corey Davis, next to Jonnu Smith. As much as there are guys there on that team, like, we already know A.J. Brown's a stud. I really don't, I'm not super, I don't know if scared's the right word, but I'm not super like concerned that he's like going to get squeezed out of that passing game or something. My only concern is that it's a low volume passing game. I think that his target share will be fine. I think his target share probably is going to be like 26 to 28%, maybe like 25, 26, which is good. He's super efficient on that. It's really just in terms of just overall volume of that offense. Golly. I would have loved to take Higgins there. So I think for me, it really comes down to Kamara, Saquon, or Pitts for me. Gets really tough with Kamara and his weird legal situation. Could be viewed as a little bit of a discount. I'll take Kamara. As much as I'd probably prefer Saquon, but I'm going to have so many, like when you enter as many drafts as I'm going to be entering, a lot of my teams already are like McCaffrey, Swift, Saquon. I have a lot of those combinations. I don't have a single McCaffrey, AJ Brown, Kamara. So I'll just scoop the value there. It's not, I usually like to get like a full round of value, but you guys can see here, it's like 19.1 to 28. In the third round though, getting like 9 picks of value is actually pretty strong. So board is better? Yeah, I'll throw the board on in a second. I know there's a lot of board stands out there, a lot of board truthers. That's my bad. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. You said Kamara is a 2023 legal issue. Damn, dude. I hate that my comments don't like stay the same, but I guess I can just put it here for now. That's going to be an issue, but I'll put it there for now. You said the hate on Hurts is getting out of hand. I agree. Ronnie Rhodes, baby. You said it should be good for 20. Dude, what the hell is going on with these? I gotta fix that eventually. I don't know if there's a way for me to make them more like static or whatever. So like they're kind of the same in both screens. It's just I gotta kind of mess around with them when I switch from normal view to board. Said the hate on Hurts is getting out of hand. I agree. I think I already said that. So Kamara scares me. Kamara scares me too, but that far ahead or that far past his ADP, I'll take that. Again, I do love Saquon. I probably should have gone Saquon, but I'm going to have a stupid amount of McCaffrey plus Saquon teams is really kind of the issue. Minshew is not a better quarterback, Derek. I'll fight you on that till the day I die. Welcome to the basement, of course. Wow, that is a third round Marquise Brown by Gamecock. Whose man is that? Let me see real quick. I'm also going to follow the draft on my phone so I can kind of see who's available. But that's pretty wild. Marquise Brown that early. You have wide receiver. You have Pittman, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, and Terry McLaurin on the board. All of those guys I actually love besides Amari. I'm really coming around on Terry McLaurin's ADP as well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's slow up a little bit there, Razor. Let's slow up there a little bit. Whoa, now. All right, so we're almost on the clock. At this point, I mean, we have 2 running backs we could. I mean, there's not really any running backs that I like at this point that any of us can really see. But it is interesting. Man, there are actually no... This is a running back hungry room, which I actually love. Okay. I have a few guys that I would really like to draft on the top of my head. Oh, boy. Damn, so DJ Moore goes. DJ Moore's one of the guys I wanted. Deontay Johnson, one of the guys I wanted. Please, just chill out, buddy. All right. I'll take McLaurin. I actually love McLaurin here. Like, I don't really see the difference. Like, we were making a bet on McLaurin last year. He was like a mid-third? I believe he was a mid-third. Yeah, he was a mid-third, right in that, like, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Allen Robinson area. You're making pretty much the same bet. We still know Terry McLaurin is a god in terms of like commanding targets and being good in contested catch situations and being a good real-life wide receiver. His quarterback situation has been awful his entire career. He's had like Taylor Heineke and all of these like backup guys. Carson Wentz isn't a great quarterback, right? He's not like an MVP caliber guy, but he is like easily the best quarterback Terry McLaurin has played with. And like, I'm not scared at all in terms of target competition with like Jahan Dotson or like Curtis Samuel or anything like that. Like, I think it's going to be really, really strong. In terms of just like his outlook is really good. Like, if there was a time to bet on Terry McLaurin, it'd be this year. What else we got in here? All right. So I will be honest with you guys. I got nothing at this pick right now. I got nothing. I think Breece Hall already went. Yeah. I think that like this is a fun build where I could go like a running back and then maybe go like hyper fragile and just cut it off at 4 running backs. But there's none here that I like. I mean, like, I guess Dobbins is kind of cool. I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I guess I'm looking at Kittle. I think Kittle is kind of interesting. I think Dobbins is kind of interesting. Man, this spot sucks. Nobody really fell. I hate Godwin. I'm not using a 5th round pick on Juju or Gabriel Davis. I'll draft either of those guys in the 6th. Pretty much Dobbins or Kittle. Man, I'm going to have a dumb amount of Kittle, man. I'm going to have a stupid amount of Kittle. I think the 5th round Kittle is just kind of silly. Yeah, kind of. You said Wentz also tends, or yeah, Wentz does kind of tend to focus on one wide receiver. All right, let me switch back to board. I gotta keep up with that. You said I have so much DJ Moore in Dynasty, disappointing every year. My expectations are always get too high. Yeah, he just needs a quarterback, but he could find efficiency without the quarterback. To be honest, he also could find he just needs touchdown efficiency or yards and efficiency. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't mind Lamar. I do think it's kind of ridiculous though how far ahead of Kyler Murray Lamar goes. Now again, I love Lamar, but I think I don't know. I think 5th round is too much for a quarterback unless if I am like completing a stack is kind of where my head's at. Like if I had Mark Andrews or something, sure. But yeah. You said Waller, Kittle in the 5th. Yeah, that's the way that I went. I think like Kittle to me again, his bet seems very similar. The bet on Kittle feels very similar to what it was last year for like a round cheaper, or like 2 rounds cheaper. Are you betting high on Cooper? If Watson plays, I think he'd be really good, right? I personally don't love him. I don't love the 5th round price tag. Like, where did he go here? He went, like 4th round. I can't pay 4th round Amari Cooper. I can't do that. He had like an 18% target share last year. I know that he's going to be like the only wide receiver with Deshaun Watson, and that sounds really good on paper. And that's interesting. I don't know how he pays off in a big way without really exceeding his target share expectations. He's never been somebody that commands a ton of volume. As you guys know, like I'm a huge target share guy where I really just want players that can command the volume. Amari, he'll probably hover around like 20% target share, and he can get there on efficiency. You probably need Deshaun Watson to play a full year, and even then, Amari Cooper to me is somebody I think that his upside is more like wide receiver 10, or like fringe wide receiver 1. I don't think he's ever had a top 12 finish in points per game during his entire career. I could be wrong on that though. But yeah, it is just tough. Like I think I would prefer over him. I prefer McLaurin. Now, I don't mind him with these wide receivers, but I also don't like these wide receivers in this range. I would probably prefer Dobbins. I prefer Breece. Man, yeah, I'd prefer Amari too. I'd prefer him over, man, it's close between him and Judy, but I prefer him over Sutton, Robinson, Cooks, Juju, Gabe Davis. It's tough. I think I'd be much more happy with Amari in this range. I can't do it here though. That's kind of what it comes down to for me. I haven't gotten any of him yet. You're saying this team is looking kind of hot right now? Dude, it's always looking hot. You said Kittle CMC have insane upside. Oh, you can stack Lamar later. That's fair. You said traded Devontae Adams for ETN, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, in a 2023 first. What the hell? You're in a points per Devontae Adams league. That's insane. I don't know who's paying that price for Devontae. You said David Bell and Njoku would be good late round targets for you because Washington, Cleveland play Week 17. I was actually just gonna say that. I was gonna actually look up some Week 17 matchups in a second. All right, so we're almost on the board. Kittle or Hall in Dynasty, very easily Hall for me. We're at 67 people? Holy, bro. Holy. Oh, I got something. I got something for you. Look, I'm going to stay quiet. I'm going to stay quiet for a second. I'm going to stay quiet for a second. I just need to see what this pick is. Ooh, please. Please don't, brother. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. I wanted Hurts there. I think Hurts would have been really fun with A.J. Brown. But a little Michael Thomas, New Orleans, Philly game stack. I'm kind of with it. A little bit past his ADP. I will say, we're getting Michael Thomas at cheaper now, which sort of offsets the risk of Jarvis Landry. But I'll admit, like Jarvis Landry is not a positive sign for Michael Thomas at all. Let me pull up that Week 17 sheet real quick. Yeah, I wanted to go Hurts MT bad. I wanted to get that at the turn. I don't think it was going to happen though. Let me see. I need to find I need to find a website that has like Week 17 like over-unders. I need to find that. Week 17 NFL matchups 2022. All right, I will say this next pick I got no idea what I'm doing. Definitely not Elijah Mitchell. We'll probably just stack up some more wide receivers here. Let me see. Ooh, I found it. So we got Cowboys, Titans, Steelers, Ravens, Cardinals, Falcons, Dolphins, Patriots, Saints, Eagles, Colts, Giants, Panthers, Bucks, Broncos, Chiefs. That's juicy, man. Bears, Lions, Browns, Commanders. Jeez, Browns, Commanders. I guess that is fun. Maybe be a Deshaun team. Could be a Deshaun team. I don't want to stack up on too much Deshaun because I keep just like telling myself like if it comes out that he plays week 1, you got a guy in the 10th round that is going to go in like the 6th round. But he also could get suspended 8 games and you could look like an idiot. Dude, I'm going to have an insane amount of Elijah Moore exposure if you guys keep doing this. Like it's almost annoying that I have to keep scooping up Elijah Moore in the 7th round because people don't want to draft a good wide receiver. And the wild part is, I guess it has to be Zach Wilson hate because it's not like the wild part is too is that you guys have, or I'm not saying you guys, people in this chat are a little bit sharper, but just like the market in general, has Sky Moore over Garrett Wilson and even Olave over Wilson. So it's not like Wilson came in and is going to like displace Elijah Moore like according to ADP. I mean, I guess it's just like people don't believe in Zach Wilson, and that's fine. But like people don't believe in people don't believe in like Carson Wentz, and Terry McLaurin's a 5th rounder. I don't know. I'm trying to think like last year of like those like Jimmy Garoppolo with Ayuk, and I'm trying to think of those like year 2 guys. But I don't know, man. I have the most my most owned wide receiver right now is Elijah Moore. It's annoying. Yeah, Elijah Moore W. Elijah Moore common W. Let me get the board back up for you guys. But yeah, that's wild. I always get Elijah Moore so late. Like 7th round Elijah Moore, like that shouldn't be like the bet on Elijah Moore. I don't know, man. I think that his ADP has to increase. Like these year 2 guys, like Devonta Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, like last year these guys by like August were going like the 4-5 turn. I really do think you're gonna see like this tier. I love this tier, by the way, in the 6th, 7th round of Bateman, Burks, Devonta Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Elijah Moore, Drake London. Pretty much those guys. The year 2 guys between Devonta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Elijah Moore, and then the rookies in Treylon Burks, Drake London, even like Garrett Wilson a little bit later. I do feel like those guys kind of belong in this area. Maybe like you can even make the case that they are like or in this area. you can make the case that you like I would kind of I don't know like I think it gets very close between like Cooks, Juju. Like I do think that it's a pretty big tier there, and I'd argue the younger guys have more upside. All right, let me get back in here. Good luck with Elijah Moore. Zach Wilson needs to be a top 12 quarterback to get the value you're looking for from a number 2 wide receiver. I drafted him as my wide receiver 4 in the 7th round. Like I don't need Zach Wilson to be a top 15 quarterback. I really don't with Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore was producing last year as a rookie. Like he was a back end wide receiver 2 until he got hurt. Like I remember, like if you go back to those like weekly videos, like people were putting him like as like wide receiver 22 like on a week. You know what I mean? And that was with rookie Zach Wilson and like Mike White. He said, "Watch Wilson's going to silence the haters next year." I'm not even really making a bet on him. Olave, Garrett Wilson. Dude, I take so much Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. It has to be Garrett Wilson. It has to be. I was going to take Olave, but I do think with this team, we'll probably end up going 3 quarterbacks, which means I don't need I really don't need any more New Orleans if I want to sort of get that Jameis Winston backdoor. But I might end up taking him anyways. Do we have Sam Fran with Kittle? Yeah, I mean, dude, this might be a Lance team. I keep running into similar builds, man. I'm trying to think. I also like Goddard here, but I kind of have this thing where if you take like a Kittle, I don't like taking a Goddard just because like I don't want a tight end in my flex spot like almost ever. I guess Cordarrelle Patterson's kind of fun like this far past ADP, but I'm also kind of good on that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking like. Derek goes Singletary. To me, it really comes down to Cordarrelle Patterson. Every time. I have to be the guy to take Trey Lance, man. Every time. Keep building the same team. It is a bit annoying. I just don't know. I think that Cordarrelle Patterson there 16 picks passes ADP probably isn't bad. I just don't love Cordarrelle Patterson. Like you kind of like you gotta like strike lightning twice with Cordarrelle Patterson. I don't know. I'd be a little bit more interested if it was like an 11th or 10th round or 11th or 12th round ADP with Cordarrelle. I don't hate him in certain builds. I'm trying to think of what this team is going to end up being. It's going to be 2 tight ends, probably 5 running backs, probably like a 3-5-8-2. We'll see. Might get skinny at quarterback and just go Jameis and Trey Lance and let that rock. You said Elijah Moore carried my dynasty team during that stretch when CMC, AJ Brown, and other dudes were out. It was insane. Yeah, he played really well. Yeah, I agree. I think in hindsight, I could have just taken Cordarrelle. I do think though, man. I do think like I like Cordarrelle Patterson isn't a guy to me that like I think Cordarrelle Patterson probably only gets cheaper as the year goes on. Like Cordarrelle Patterson to me is like a guy in August I could see like being cheaper because like I imagine that him and Tyler Allgeier's ADPs are going to get very close at one point. I don't know. It's tough for me. It's really tough for me to pull the trigger on Cordarrelle there. I should have, though. A lot of ADP. To the more we trust the Book of Elijah. If he's who's the number one by like and by like how much? And again, like I got him. He's my fourth wide receiver in the 7th round. Like it's like if it doesn't pan. Like it's like I know it's an upside swing. It's a year 2 guy. He made it work last year with like bad quarterback play. He doesn't need like Zach Wilson doesn't need to be a top 12 quarterback for Elijah Moore to pay off. Like I promise. I drafted him as what, like wide receiver like 30 or something. Dang. I wish it said, but I think I drafted him around like wide receiver 30ish. Passes ADP as well. You said you would have gone Patterson if Lance wasn't there. Yeah, it was a fine decision, I think. If Lance wasn't there and I did something dumb, like just passing on the pass on him, geez, that has to be. I saw your chat, Mackins. This has to be one of the earliest I've seen Taysom Hill go. I feel like his ADP is like 15th, 16th round. No, Derek hates the Jets. He's firm on his stances, which I respect. I like Elijah Moore though. All right. What do we got? What do we got on the board here? Oh, we got some things I like on the board here. We'll be taking Claypool. I'll take Claypool in the 10th round like every time. That's an auto pick for me. That's an auto pick. What else do we got? I'm trying to see the guy who took Taysom. Yeah, Taysom Hill has an ADP of 183. I don't think he has a single New Orleans player either. He does not. What a wild pick from that guy. Sometimes you just have to respect it. Man, I got some ideas here. What do we got here in terms of week 17 stacks? I feel like we're looking. We got 2 Jets. Could run it back with Penny. I don't really know. Jameson Williams doesn't do a ton for us, but I really like Jameson Williams. How many wide receivers? We have 6. Wide receiver falls off a cliff, man. Actually, it doesn't get too bad. I've decided we're going Jameson. Jeez. I hate when that happens. My lord. Whew. TJ, how are we doing, brother? I see you've been commenting and stuff. One of the regulars on the Ron Stewart channel. Man, I was really close to going Rashad Penny there, but I couldn't. Had to just keep taking wide receivers, sadly. If Elijah Moore had DJ Moore's like 2021 season, it would be a huge win. DJ Moore was like a back end wide receiver 2. And you're drafting Elijah Moore like back end wide receiver 3 prices. Like he'd pay off if he was DJ Moore last year. I also think Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson were similarly good prospects. And Elijah Moore looked great in year 1. We don't know what Garrett Wilson's going to look like in year 1. Like there's a chance that he's just not as good. I personally would bet that Elijah Moore has a higher either target share or total targets than Garrett Wilson. All right, what do we got? All right, we already picked up the turn. Get the board back up for the fellas. I know the fellas love the board. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? I like this team so far. I'm trying to think through it. We need three quarterbacks. Probably need 3 quarterbacks. I'm trying to think, dude. There's so much galaxy braining going on. You have to think about these Week 17 matchups, man. I'm still struggling to wrap my head around it. So we have a San Francisco stack. San Francisco, I believe, plays Las Vegas. We have no Las Vegas, which could be fun. I have been liking Kenyon Drake recently. We already kind of have a bunch of Philly and New Orleans. We can sort of top that off with Jameis if we can. What else are we kind of looking at here? Steelers, Ravens. We don't have any Ravens. I don't think there's any good like backdoor Ravens guys either. I guess besides like the running backs. Even still. Who do we have as like kind of stacked right now? We have Eagles and Saints. We have some Commanders. Let me think real quick. Let's switch back. Looking through, we have like I'm trying to think who we have like multiple of. So we have multiple San Franciscos. We have multiple New Orleans. We have multiple Jets. We have no. Who's Chicago play week 17? The Lions. Yeah, I don't want any part of that. Fields is somewhat interesting, but I think I'm gonna just pass there. I have my eye on two guys that I like here. We got some options here. Who does this team play week 17? Falcons play Cardinals. I don't have any Cardinals, but I think I'm going to go Algier here. I've been loving Algier late. Give me Algier. He'll go next to Kamara and McCaffrey. We're looking good. The hell are we doing? Scott Sherman's talking about Elijah Moore being this Antonio Brown. That's not what I'm saying. I think that he can just be. I think he can just pay off in fantasy. I think he looks good too. I feel like his reception perception numbers were pretty solid as well. Don't hold me to that though. Yeah, let me get some things pinned here. Man. If Justin Fields gets back to me at 14 picks past his ADP, I probably have no choice but to draft him at that point. Don't want to. But I hate everybody in this range. The problem is it's an unstacked Justin Fields. I mean, maybe I can stack him with like a late Velus Jones or something, which I don't want to do at all. Khalil Herbert's already gone as well, which sucks. So Van Jefferson goes. Man. I've decided I'm going David Bell. That's what we're doing. We're going David Bell. Gives us a little bit of some Week 17 correlation with McLaurin. Gives us another rookie that can kind of pop off late in the year. I don't hate that at all. So I think we're done with wide receivers after that, though. Because now we need 3, 5, 8, 2, right? 3, 5 is 5 plus 7 plus 8. No, I'm an idiot. What the? 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 2. Okay, yeah. So I need 3, 5, 8, 2. So let's get the wide receivers off of my screen. But you guys are trolling with these Elijah Moore takes. All right, let me get the board back up for you guys. For you draft board fiends. You say did a draft Ridge, or you did a draft today? On Underdog? Where'd you draft at? Median comps? What would you say is a median comp for Elijah Moore? I'm trying to think of like an Elijah Moore comp. Derek's floor Elijah Moore comp is Jeremy Curley. That's an old Jets name. If you guys know about the Jeremy Curley days on the Jets, that dark times. You said in the blurb in his dynasty rankings, Matt Harmon literally starts with ungodly good at the game, and his perception was really good in terms of Elijah Moore. Yeah, medium comp would probably be Lockett. I agree. Jeremy Curley as the floor. I think I had Tyler Lockett. I think I had Tyler Lockett as his comp for Elijah Moore coming out. Could be wrong though. Should Lockett closer to a ceiling one than a median, to be honest, I guess. Elijah Moore's Jericho Cotchery. Jericho Cotchery had some strong years with us. Let's not besmirch the name of Jericho Cotchery here. Let's not do something we might regret here. All right, what are we looking at? We got options. Yeah, I don't love a Debo comp for Elijah Moore. I think you're probably looking for somebody smaller. Maybe be like a Deontay Johnson as well. I think Deontay Johnson's not a bad comp. All right, what do we got here? You see what I got. What do I got? Man, I like Zach Wilson and Jameis Winston make sense for my stacks, man. But like Trevor Lawrence, that's like what 20 picks past his ADP. It's a naked Trevor Lawrence though. I don't think I even really want a naked Trevor Lawrence. That's the tough part. It'd be Zach Wilson a good bit past his ADP as well though. Man, Derek is gonna hate this pick. I'll go Wilson. I think Lawrence is actually a really good pick here, but I'm gonna go Wilson. Just because at this point I have Elijah Moore, I have Garrett Wilson. That's all locked in place. I don't need any more Jets. Who are the Jets playing in Week 17? I feel like it was Seahawks. It was Seahawks, but I don't really have any backdoor. I don't think I have anywhere to go backdoor with the Seahawks besides I guess like. No, I can't even think. Fant. I can go backdoor with a Fant. Now that I think about it, I can go backdoor with a Fant. But that's about it. I'm not doing anything else. That's crazy. But I'm not like if I have a guy like Kittle, I'm almost cool on like drafting a tight end for a long time. Like I'd almost be down just taking a tight end in the last round of a draft. So we have each of our quarterbacks stacked up here. I'm trying to think. There's some guys on the board that I do like. I'm gonna end up with a dumb amount of this other guy too. Man, Trevor Lawrence this late is wrong. Oh my lord, guys. This has to be Jameis, but it's annoying that Trevor Lawrence is such a value here. This is probably one of the biggest dilemmas in these late rounds is either taking like 30 picks of value or completing your stacks. And I really don't know what the right answer is. Like should in that spot, should I have stacked Jameis Winston with Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara and get him, in this range where, or not range, but in this spot where he correlates to AJ Brown's Week 17 matchup? or just take 30 picks of value on Trevor Lawrence and get even more unique that way. I don't know. If I had even one Jacksonville Jaguar, I would do it. I just don't. I don't love the idea of a naked Trevor Lawrence. I know that sounds weird, but just like Trevor Lawrence like unstacked doesn't sound like a great play. I don't know. All right, so we'll take quarterbacks off the board too. I would have loved to go. I would have gone on. I would have liked to go Raheem Mostert there, but it's fine. You said, is it important to get two different stacks? In your case, the Jets and the 49ers. Honestly, no. Like, I don't have a certain amount of stacks I'm looking for. I do just, like, as I go, I'm trying to complete stacks just for correlation's sake and, you know, all of that. This one is one of the prettier ones I've gotten to happen. Sometimes, like, I'll have, like, 2 to 3 quarterbacks. Only, like, one of them will be correlated. This time I got kind of lucky where I have Jameis to I have all 3 quarterbacks are correlated to pass catchers. Doesn't always work out that way, though. I would aim for one. Anything else is sort of a cherry on top, and I think there's also such thing as like overkill. Like a lot of these, I think that all of these are pretty much maxed out at 3. Like I don't want 4 players from the same team. I'll take 3 is the max I'll go. So I have Michael Thomas, Kamara, Jameis, and then Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, and then Trey Lance and George Kittle. What do we got here? The T-Law Visca stack. Sadly, I can't take any more what am I trying to say? Can't take any more wide receivers. But Laviska Trevor Lawrence backdoor is fun. I could have gone Evan Ingram and Trevor Lawrence too. But I don't know, man. I wanted to get that New Orleans sort of game stack with AJ Brown. It's tough. It's a really tough dichotomy of if you should just be scooping up value or completing stacks late in drafts. I should maybe do some research or something. I'll figure something out. But that is a crossroad I've been coming to a lot. Stacking the Jets, waste of time, I guess. I'm trying to think of cheap stacks that kind of worked out last year. You said you got Algier as well. This is a winning team. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm trying to think here. What do we got here in terms of like late season stacks? We got we do have Steelers, but I don't think we don't have like enough Steelers for that to really matter. Falcons we're good on. Saints, Eagles, we could use Eagles. Damn, Kenneth Gainwell's gone though. Don't need any more Saints. Colts, Giants, no. Panthers, Buccaneers, no. No. Could go McKissick here. It's like a kind of almost like a strict pass catcher in this build. I don't hate it. Let's do McKissick. I don't know why I'm struggling to hit the draft button on McKissick, but yeah. So we go McKissick. We only need one more running back. We need one more running back and one more tight end. I'm trying to think of the other game stacks we kind of have here. We have San Francisco. So we have San Francisco. What's the big one we have is New Orleans Eagles, but there's no Eagles running back that I'm really interested in. I also have Jets Seahawks, but I'm not taking Chris Carson. I actually have one that's kind of interesting on top of my head right now. I have one that's kind of interesting. If not, I sort of have a backup plan. Man, tight end got ugly. Oh, I got ideas. I probably need to take this guy at this pick, though. Let me see. I got a couple ideas here. Tight end gets ugly. I will say, though, Harrison Bryant, I think I'm probably good on. I guess like Foster Moreau is kind of interesting that far, but I think I'll probably just end up taking. I'll take Evan Ingram because he's the only tight end this late that I think like can actually like play. So we'll get tight end out of there, and then I have some late round guys that I like. Last round Boston Scott season, maybe even last round Kennedy Brooks season, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm thinking there. But I like this build so far. We have 3-4-8-2. We'll get one more running back. We'll call it a day. We have some Week 17 correlation. We have all of our quarterbacks are stacked. We ended up going Evan Ingram, who would have stacked with Trevor Lawrence anyways, which kind of sucks, but it's also whatever. Three of your four running backs have a Week 14 bye. I'm somebody. I'm of the idea that I just don't really care a ton about buys in best ball. On those weeks, like every other week, I'm going to have like a full strength lineup, and the idea is that if your team's going to win the $2 million up top, they're going to be so dominant that it doesn't really matter. You said the Jags receiving core is so open that Ingram could have a nice season. I like Ingram, dude. Super athletic, commands targets. I know, like you can point to the drops or the inefficiency or whatever, man, but in the 17th round, like that, he's a great late round tight end target in my eyes. Oh my God, Scott, you're gonna give Derek you're gonna send Derek into a rage. I agree though. I also think I don't know. I hate that Jags passing game. They went about it so dumb. What the heck's that guy's name? Trent Balk or whatever, or Balky. Just an absolute idiot. Like, you don't revamp your passing game by just like adding like what they added Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Evan Ingram, and just like called it a day. They should have just attacked it in the draft, man. They had a bunch of draft picks. They should have drafted a wide receiver or two. I don't know what picks they had. Probably should have tried to trade out of one. I doubt that anybody was trading for the first overall pick though. All right, so I got some ideas. I got a couple ideas. So our running backs already are Washington, Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. I think a fun one, we can do Kenyon Drake as like a Las Vegas, San Francisco game, or we can do Dearness Johnson, who is a Browns versus Washington guy. I'll take one or the other. I think I probably prefer Drake, though. You don't have any Las Vegas to go against that San Francisco. But I'm not sure. Dearness Johnson is fun, though, too. If Kareem Hunt goes, which I'm expecting him to not be on the team, while Carson Wentz in the 18th round is kind of wild. I almost regret taking the quarterbacks where I took them. I also got Jameis Winston at a really good price. So it's like Jameis Winston at 12 picks past ADP, or like Trevor Lawrence 40 past. Close. It's close. It's actually really close for me between Kenyon Drake and Dearness Johnson. Decide I'm going Dearness. Nope. I'm going Drake. Jeez, man. Juked myself out there. My lord. Yeah, the event that Christian McCaffrey goes down, I'm screwed regardless, is pretty much what it comes down to. Like, I think I wrote down in my notes today, I want to make another, I did one last year that was really fun, and it actually, like, it was kind of this evergreen video that didn't do well when I first posted it, but it did really well, like, a month or two later, when, like, Best Ball picked up steam. But I think I might do a video where I kind of run through, like, strategy, stacking, bye weeks, all that. But the core foundation of Best Ball, especially in a tournament like this, is you have to kind of draft as if you're right, which means that McCaffrey's going to play a majority of his games. And that's kind of just what it comes down to. But we'll kind of look at the team real quick. This is also a team that I drafted. I'll show you guys in a second. But I drafted a team called Got Auto D-Hen, where I auto-drafted Derrick Henry on accident. And yeah, this is another 3-quarterback team with Trey Lance. Who would have thought? But it's Trey Lance, Daniel Jones, Tannehill, Derrick Henry, Cam Akers, James Cook, Spiller, Chris Evans, Deontay Metcalf, Gabe Davis. So I took him like 10 picks past his ADP, as much as I don't even like Gabe Davis, but I'm fine with that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ayuk, Boyd, Golladay, Tolbert, and then Mark Andrews and Austin Hooper. So I don't hate it. I think I got autoed Mark Andrews and Derrick Henry to start. But that's gonna do it for us today, fellas. As always, one more time for the fellas in the back. If you're new to Underdog, if you're new to best ball, I'm telling you, it's the best way to play, man. It is so nice and refreshing to be able to like play 2022 redraft without having to worry about the waivers and everything this far out. We just got into a draft, $25 to get in, $10 million in prizes in May. We just did that. So if you want to hop on there, take your crack at $10 million, $2 million up top. And it's not nonsense either. I won $2,000 that Bills Chiefs game when I had Gabriel Davis. I have a ring somewhere to prove it if I really want to. You guys are going to get really annoyed that I whip this thing out in every single video, but it's just so cool. Boom. I'm telling you, I'm going to look like Brady when it's all said and done. I'm going to look like Brady when it's all said and done, when I retire from the game. But yeah, man, as always, promo code RON when you use it. I have the link pinned in the chat. It's going to be down below in the comments. If you want to hop on there, click the link, take you right there, use my promo code, and when you deposit $10 or more, they will match your deposit up to $100. So with that being said, everybody enjoy your Saturday. I appreciate you guys coming out here, showing me love, dude. Absolutely wild, dude. So we had 60 people in here at one point for a redraft best ball draft at 7:30, man. Or not 7:30. I didn't mean to say the time. I meant to say the month in May. A fantasy draft, a redraft fantasy draft in May. You guys came out here, 60 people in here, dude. Wild. But if you enjoyed, hit the like button. Use my promo code on Underdog. As always, have a good Saturday, and I will see you guys, I believe, either Monday or Tuesday. But we have some banger videos coming up. Kind of a little bit of a not normal week for me, where I only posted like 4 videos as opposed to like usually like 6. But that was just because my birthday was on Monday. I'm gonna go crazy. Be on the lookout. I got some. I was kind of in the lab today, sort of jotting some notes down on my notepad for video ideas. Maybe I'll actually leave you guys with that. I might actually put a poll on YouTube before Monday to kind of figure out what videos I should do. What do we got? What did I write? I believe the official face planners came out, so I'll do a video on face planners, go over the players that face planted. I also did year 3 comps in my database, so we could talk about some year 3 comps. I think I might do a 2022 first round mock draft where I just go over the top 12 picks and what my top 12 would be. Efficiency over volume. I've seen a lot of talk on Twitter lately that like volume is the only thing that matters in fantasy because it correlates so much, but at the same time, efficiency drives volumes. The good players get the volume, so I kind of want to dig into that. Age curves and cliffs, kind of what to expect from like old players is kind of a fun one. What else we got? You guys love that 2023 rookie pick video. I don't know if you guys want to see a 2024 rookie pick video. Also want to talk about target share, why target share is king and why I care about it so much, and then also talk about the players that commanded not only the highest target shares, but the highest target per route run guys. Guys who earned targets but kind of went under the radar. So a lot of things kind of racking around in my brain, and on top of that, just like normal streams and just like 3 must draft wide receivers that you can't leave your draft without, or else your grandma will die. Now I'm gonna leave you guys with that. As always, I've said as always probably like 15 times here, but I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. And yeah, an Underdog strategy video. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.